Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
Here at Helmuth Ford, we are a small town dealership with no hassle and no pressure.
Hi, this is Stacy from Shuttler Insurance Services. Come see me on the east side of the square in Sigourney for all your insurance needs.
The Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney presents the 2025 Spring Nationals this Friday and Saturday at the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney. Admission is free for anyone to come and watch. The Expo Kitchen is open all day, both days for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Start time is at 8 a.m. both days. As always, coolers are welcome at the Keokuk County Expo. Tractors are coming in from all over the country for this pull. The tractor pull is all indoors at the livestock barn. The show will go on rain or shine. Once again, the Keokuk County Expo in Sigourney presents the 2025 Spring Nationals this Friday and Saturday at the Expo. Welcome in. It is time for the brand new show here on Steve Shuttler Media. It is just another morning show.
That's it?
Steve and Neil.
Just another morning show.
It's not a big deal, really. It's just another morning show. So here we are. We're live.
I think it's a big deal because everybody's here with us.
It is. It's a big deal. Our millions and millions of viewers and listeners here on Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube. Yeah, in reality, this is a big step. For the last year and a half, I've been at my home studio with Poopy the cat for the last several months. Poopy's still at home. So.
That's okay, though. That's okay. You're in our thoughts, Poopy.
Lots of prayers for Poopy. So, yeah, this is a big step. This is the brand new studio. We are just above Barnwired on the square in Sigourney. Still the Oski Dental Studios, as you can see behind us. Yep. Of course, Brothers Market is our headline sponsor here on the Morning Wake Up. And it's not the Morning Wake Up. It's just...
see? It's going to take a while.
It's going to be so hard. Got to rewire my brain. I actually had to get dressed this morning, Neil.
You know, that was my biggest fear for you, was you couldn't just slide right into the studio from the bed and nobody would ever know.
For a year and a half, I have literally worn sweatpants and nobody has ever known it. I've just had whatever shirt on.
Yeah, and I never gave it away. I never
told anybody.
I kept it secret.
Sweatpants or less.
Last summer got interesting.
I do have jeans on this morning. It got interesting last summer. So, yeah, we're hanging out. We're official. We're above Barnwired, if you're wondering where we're at. If you're driving on the square in Sigourney right now and you see the lights on above Barnwired, that's where we're at.
Yeah.
So we're going to have lots of guests. I mean, that's one of the things that we're doing. We've opened up the studios now. Neil and I obviously have our own video cameras. We've got a third camera, which is going to be for a guest, which we're going to have. We're going to get to Clint Weber from Pekin Schools here coming up here very, very shortly. I believe we're going to be joined by my lovely wife. I had to get Stacy on for the debut new morning show, so she's going to be joining us during the 8 o'clock hour. I was trying to get Amanda from Barnwired to join us. Fingers crossed that she'll be able to join us this morning. I know she wasn't feeling the greatest. Crap's going around.
Oh, yeah. We know it.
Yeah. We had to delay the beginning of the show for a week because we were both a little bit under the weather. I'm still dealing with some voice issues a little bit.
Yeah, my throat is my biggest problem. So anybody else out there with any kind of sickness, hope you get over it fast, sooner than later.
Don't be down with the sickness.
No.
Ooh, wah, ah, ah, ah.
Ooh, ah.
It's 7:06. Neil, how was your weekend before we go?
My weekend was pretty decent. As you mentioned, getting this up and ready, a little nerve-wracking at times because I wanted to be here more. But it was okay because, spending 2.5 hours getting a phone, that's always fun.
Oh, you had to re-up your phones, right?
Yeah, I don't. Why does it take
Your
so
cell
long to
phones,
re-up? Other than that, it was a great weekend. Let me tell you. Yourself?
You and I, we both spent plenty of time up here in the studio getting things ready for today. That was, people... I used to have like a life outside of work. Now I don't. Right. Work is my life. Literally. I have no other things that I do. I just work.
I would have to say it's a good thing that we get along with each other because literally our friend circle is just us now. Yes. It's not even a real circle anymore. It's a line.
So that's kind of what I did this weekend. We had a good sports section on Saturday. We had a good Iowa Music Showcase on Friday. If you missed those shows, go back and watch them. You can also listen to them in podcast form. As you might see, obviously we kind of changed up the little ticker underneath that is going along your screen there. One of the things I put on there is you can listen to this stuff in podcast form. Just another morning show, sports section, Iowa Music Showcase. Those are all available in podcast form. Wherever you get your podcasts, you can check them out there. All right. Let's jump into our forecast. I didn't adjust the size quite enough. Have you adjusted your eyeballs?
Wow. Yeah, so, let's see here. How this is all working.
Can you read it?
Oh, somewhat. Yeah.
It's up on we have this giant TV.
Yeah, you can't see that part
in the studio, but it's still kind of small print.
I was hoping maybe I could just look at the screen in front of me, but it's even harder.
Come on, old man.
Sunny skies today. That is going to feel amazing because it's 74. Windy though. And would you say a red flag warning is out there today?
Red flag warning in effect from noon until 10 tonight. Or till 8 tonight. So don't burn anything, basically, outside. It could get out of control.
We're sort of chuckling in the studio, but just be smart, people. Come on. Tonight,
Only you could prevent
exactly
a wildfire.
Tonight, mostly clear, 37 for an overnight low. Sunny tomorrow, 54. And tomorrow night, partly cloudy, 35. 65 on Wednesday. I don't want to get my hopes up saying that spring is here. But, I mean, with weather like this, it sure makes...
seems like
I'm getting the shorts out this afternoon. So, Garden Gate bringing us today's forecast, as always, right
Stop
here.
And see Cindy and the gang. They proudly served Keokuk County and the surrounding area for over 27 years. Probably getting close to 28 years on that. So
at some point, it will be. We're
going to have Cindy in here, I believe, on Thursday morning to chit-chat and talk about some spring merchandise that she's got coming up. It's 7:09 on your Monday. We're doing just another morning show brought to us by Brothers Market in Sigourney from the Oski Dental Studios. Before we go any further, we do have our very first guest ever, Mr. Clint Weber. Clint,
no pressure.
To the show. Let's bring your microphone up. How you doing this morning, Clint?
Doing great. This is awesome in here.
We were talking beforehand. It's kind of like you're at a press conference. Post-game press conference. Clint Weber, what are your thoughts about the game?
I don't have my sweatpants on today. Oh, wait, I do. I'm a PE teacher, so...
You might have your pajama pants on. We wouldn't know.
Pretty close. No one would ever know.
Exactly. It's the best part about it.
Neat. Theo Vaughn's got nothing on you guys in here,
So Clint Weber from Pekin High School. Tell us your job. What are all of your duties at Pekin High School?
Okay, so when I first went, I was just kind of like a PE-oriented weight room teacher all day. Anyways, we've had some shuffling on, a late departure a year and a half ago. So I took the activities director and dean of students job, similar to assistant principal. And my morning is 4 periods of strength and speed weight room work. So we do. We have about 126 kids we've grown the program to, and I have about 80 89 and 90 myself, and then we have another teacher that takes a couple classes in the afternoon. So most of my mornings filled with advanced fitness type stuff, and then fifth period, which is right before lunch, as well as sixth, seventh, and eighth are my times to be more of an administrative role, dealing with discipline, activities organization, budgeting, scheduling, all that stuff. So do all that, and then on top of that, obviously head football coach for the past 4 years. We'll be going into my 5th year here this fall. So
awesome.
Just try to do the best you can, and as I've gotten older, you realize there's only so many hours in a day that you got to prioritize what you have time for.
For sure. So let's see here. We're wrapping up the winter season. Winter sports are pretty much done. How did the winter season go for Pekin?
We'll start with more of the infancy sport out there, female wrestling. Yeah, we had an instrumental year there. Coach Chapman, Coach Fullman, and Coach Arendt. There are 3 wrestling coaches. They kind of do both. Due just the limited amount of wrestling coaches we could find. So we did advance 4 girls to the state tournament, and 1 girl medaled. So Lexa Nelson, she came out with a 6th place finish, which was the first female girl to medal in Pekin history. So that was cool. And they also won the girls' first ever SEISC conference wrestling tournament.
That's awesome.
So our new banners in our gym have every year possible for girls wrestling, which is something that's going to put pressure on you
huge.
in the future. So that's exciting. Boys side a little bit tougher. They had a handful of injuries, and we didn't get anybody to the state tournament this year. Reed Lauderman, who was a state qualifier last year, hurt his knee in football. So he was one of the ones maybe expected to get back there. He had to sit out, and we had some other guys compete closely at the district qualifying meet, but just didn't get through. So all in all, a lot of positive steps forward, but a lot of work to go on wrestling. As far as basketball, the girls, they did finish under 500 this year, but they had a few strings of multiple wins put together and a lot of close losses. So and they're pretty young as a whole, and I would say the bulk of a lot of players is in 8th, 9th, 10th right now. So I do think the future of girls basketball is coming along here. And then boys, they finished 16-9. You guys covered both girls and boys a little bit. Tough way to end the season. They've done this back-to-back years, but they played last year in the postseason. They played Waco to finish the season, had to turn around and play them the first game, and lost last year. And the same thing this year. We beat Winfield the last regular season game, got paired up in the first postseason game, go back down there and lose. So no one wants to play anybody 3 times or even back-to-back in a season, but it did happen. The boys had a really good year too. And as far as basketball, there's a lot of program records broke this year between girls and boys. Rebounds in a game, rebounds in a season. That's Abby Geis.
Yeah. She's a heck of a player.
She is.
Double digit. Did she average double digit rebounds?
She's close. Well, yes, rebounds usually always. Yeah.
Wow.
She's just got a nose for the ball. So great kid too. Think the world of her. And and Cole Milliken broke the season record for most threes in a season. So somewhere in that 60-some mark. So a great year. It was it was where the competitiveness of the program should be.
Yep.
So
well, of course, we're also looking forward to the fall. And last year, Steve Shuttler Media. We did our first football coverage last year for Pekin football, and of course, you guys had a great year in the fall. So we're looking forward to this fall, and I don't know how we didn't really plan on how to do this, but we'll just go ahead and say that this is the official announcement that Steve Shuttler Media, Facebook and YouTube will once again be covering Pekin football in the fall, which we're very excited about.
Absolutely.
How about you? Are you excited?
I am. I had so many compliments, not just the enunciated voice on the stream for helping us out at senior night. That was huge.
Oh, I don't know. I've butchered some of those names.
That's on me. We should have met before. But when you try to be a director and football coach, it just doesn't always work out.
You think everything
You
through.
should have been there, Neil. They gave me the live mic at the stadium, and I was announcing the senior players, and there were a couple of names that snuck up and got me.
And that's the last thing you want is to get a name that you're not comfortable with and just
Yeah, well,
try
if I
to
didn't
muddle
text
through.
him 20 minutes before it happened, hey, I guess we need you. It would have been better. But and he delivered my coaching pants in my mailbox
Yes.
because I left those at home that day.
See, so many hidden stories here.
Full package deal with this guy.
You forget your pants? I'll grab them.
Oh yeah. So no, we are very excited, and more importantly, I feel like our program's back in the condition that it should be. I know you guys are. We always knew SK Pekin, both quality programs in the area, and we went 8-2 last year. The community pride's excited, and nonetheless, we did have great gates, and people were at games, but hopefully they were on your stream, some near and far checking it out as well. So
that's the thing too. It's some athletic directors, some coaches, they think that streaming, the live video streaming, is going to take away from the gate. But I'm of the thinking that we're doing this for the people that can't be there. Mm-hmm. People that want to be there are going to be there regardless.
Right.
Yeah,
this is for
agree.
the grandma and grandpa that don't want to get out in 30-degree weather, or Uncle Joe that lives in Wisconsin somewhere, or we've had people literally tune into like some of our basketball games over the winter from out of the country. So I mean, we've had a literal worldwide audience. So it's for those people. The diehard fans are going to be at the game regardless.
I agree. You might lose. In a small town, maybe 6 to 8 people.
Right.
And
Yeah.
big, and like I said, usually elderly or someone under the weather, something like that.
Yeah.
So I fully agree, and it's just a great benefit. And for me, I told people all the time, you're such a promoter to help build the brand of the program.
Yeah.
It's not just watch the game, but the advertisement, the reach, all that stuff. That's all important because it's part of the job these days.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, the promotion and all the hype that goes into it. So, well, I'm thrilled to be hooked up with Pekin football once again, and really looking forward to it. Josh Clubb, of course, is the play-by-play. Speaking of Josh, one new thing that we're going to be getting to later on today is we're going to get a daily sports report from Josh Clubb, which we'll get to during the beginning of the 8 o'clock hour. So if you missed any scores from, right now it's kind of a dead time in high school sports for scores and results, so we don't have anything for that. Actually, he does have stuff from the girls' state basketball tournament, but Josh will be getting us updated on sports every day here on Steve Shetler Media, so that'll be a nice addition to our mornings on Just Another Morning Show. Well, Clint, I know you need to get going. You got your real job calls and your duties calls, so you were a fantastic, very first ever guest.
Joke. That was great, man.
On our morning show here. Again, we're at the new studios above Barn Wired here in Sigourney, the Oski Dental Studios. So, Clint, thanks for coming in. Looking forward to the fall and covering Pekin football.
Thank you. Thanks for having us. Appreciate all you guys do.
All right, that is Clint Weber from Pekin High School here on Steve Shetler Media. Just Another Morning Show. Have a good day, Clint. All right, let's take a break, and we're going to hear from some of our sponsors, like Lifetime Dental, and be back here in about a minute and a half with more on Just Another Morning Show.
We're always looking for ways to improve, and we do that by embracing new and better technologies.
With each of us having our own areas of expertise, we collaborate together to give you the best care possible.
Striving to give you the best smile, we believe doing things right the first time saves you both time and money.
Build it together. Build it with Valley Lumber.
Are you building a new house or maybe wanting to do a remodel? Come check out our showroom at Valley Lumber and Hardware's Eddyville location. Cook kitchen cabinets, masonite interior doors, and more. Not sure what you want? Let us help with the design and layout of your new kitchen or remodel. At Valley Lumber and Hardware, we can help with any room in the house, from lumber for building to shower enclosures, paint, and more. Choose Valley Lumber and Hardware with locations in Eddyville and Albia.
The mission of Essence of Life Hospice is to provide comprehensive, coordinated care to individuals with life-limiting illnesses and to their families, and to support them in the process of death and bereavement. Our goal is to provide palliative care that addresses the physical, psychological, and spiritual dimensions of service for the terminally ill as an integrated whole. We pride ourselves on providing the highest quality care and are on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. For more information, visit essencehospice.com. Hey, and welcome back. We are doing just another morning show here on Steve Shetler Media. Hope you're off to a good start on this Monday. We are broadcasting live from the Oski Dental Studios, and we are, of course, headline sponsored by Brothers Market in Sigourney. It's Steve and Neil. Again, thanks to Clint Weber from Pekin High School, Pekin Athletics, for joining us this morning. Let's take another quick peek at our forecast for today. Sunshine, a high of 74, windy south to southwest winds, and a red flag warning. So, again, don't burn outside. Don't be that
Don't burn
guy.
inside either.
Yeah, don't burn
but,
inside.
I mean, just don't burn today. Be smart. Come on.
There should be.
I know there
something
should
that
be.
rhymed, be smart, don't.
Fart. I don't I mean, what else rhymes with smart?
That's
dart. Throw a dart. That was horrible. That was horrible. One thing we should also mention, as you can see, and Steve mentioned the two cameras, I've got to admit, it feels weird looking at you, Steve.
I know. Is it being beside me?
Yeah, sort of bumping up against you. So I'm going to miss that a little bit, but
we can still play footsie.
Well, I wish we could.
One thing we haven't done yet is looked at our this or that. It's brought to us by Stacy Flynn, Legacy Insurance Group, and Welcome Realty. So our this or that is lemonade or sweet tea. Are you a lemonade or a sweet tea guy, Neil?
I would choose lemonade over sweet tea. I like just tea. I don't need it sweetened. But you mix the two together, I'm in.
I'm definitely a lemonade guy on this one. So 100% lemonade for me. So my mom loves sweet tea, though.
Yeah, most people do. I just soon good old-fashioned sun tea and no sugar.
Yeah, sugar.
I get my sugar everywhere
How do you
else.
say See, my wife gives me a hard time. I've said this before.
Yeah.
She says I put an extra R in the word sugar.
Whoa.
Like, if I really slow it down, sugar. I know it's... But do you say
I say sugar.
Sugar?
I say
Or
sugar.
Sugar.
No, I say sugar.
All right.
Sugar?
Sugar.
Now you got me
Sugar.
questioning sugar.
Sugar.
That's a stupid word. Sugar.
So, anyway, that went up at 6 a.m. as it does every weekday on Steve Shetler Media. Our question of the day, sponsored by Amy's Salon House and Spa at 202 North Main, Sigourney. If you opened a restaurant, what type of food would you serve? If you were the owner, chef, person in charge.
Mongolian Grill. Without saying the name of the place, I'll just say a Mongolian Grill.
Isn't Mongolian Grill the name of the place?
Well, I think there is one, but I'm thinking of a Mongolian type who I won't say.
So
It's
you're
hot food.
Mongol?
Who? I don't know. It's hot. What?
If I opened a restaurant, I would open... I mean, I like Mexican food.
Oh, yeah. You like your queso.
I do. Ooh, chips and queso.
Yeah.
It's like that's a meal unto itself. I'd open a McDonald's otherwise.
Oh, see, if I could choose a fast food, I think I'd do Hardee's.
I love Hardee's.
I would.
Hardee's is good stuff.
Yes. So
I do. I have a certain affection for fast food. I like McDonald's.
I know.
There's nothing wrong with
There's
McDonald's.
nothing wrong with it.
There's a stigma to McDonald's.
Yes.
And maybe to fast food as a whole, but there's some good fast food out there. Don't let it fool you. What's up next? I have this charted out. I've got our show charted out so I know where to go. So that's our this or that and question of the day. Let's go. By the way, good morning. We don't really have a set time when to go to the comments.
But there are a lot of you out there, and we appreciate it. Seriously.
Start from the beginning.
Oh, my goodness.
Because I think I clicked on my video.
Okay.
And I'm not seeing all.
We've got Patrick, Dan, Carson, Sandy, Anthony, Cindy, Pat, Kathy, Sherry. A few of them watching. Amber, Sherry, Nancy, Doug, Nancy, Dixie, Jackie, Rick, Amber, Patrick.
All right.
Oh, Patrick loves the Frisco burger at Hardee's, by the way.
All right. That is good stuff. So
There you go.
Amber is saying washing.
Oh, so short sugar is as bad as
Sugar
washing.
Wash.
Yeah, you don't wash your clothes in Washington. You wash.
Yes.
So I'll give you that one, Amber.
Yeah.
So yeah, keep those comments coming. Let us know you're out there.
All right. So what is today? Monday, March 10th. And on this date in history, did you know on this date, wire, just regular wire, was invented on this date in 1410?
I love how that was noteworthy to even be remembered.
Wire.
Wire. Gosh, where would we be without wire, though?
I don't know.
Oh, my. Wire.
On this date in 1876, wire had something to do with this. Alexander Graham Bell made the very first phone call on this date in Boston, Massachusetts.
And of all the jokes out there, some of them, they show them. And the one I heard one time about Alexander Graham Bell was that his wife, I believe, is she deaf? Was she deaf? Not is.
What?
Yes. And so because people joked about he called his wife. Well, no, because she wouldn't have heard it.
Oh.
I know, but that's a real thing. She was deaf. So, it's, Neil. Here we go.
Oh, you're tanking the show already. That's all I have for on this day. That was, I guess, those were the interesting things.
Yeah.
For today. Today is on the National Day calendar. By the way, speaking of phones.
Oh, yeah.
You'll want to get your phones ready. We're going to try to incorporate a couple of different things with the phone lines. Now, it's going to be interesting because from the time that I talk to the time you guys get this on your phone or your computer or your iPad, there's about a 30-second delay. So if I say something right now, you're getting it about 30 seconds later on a time delay on your phone. But the phone number, the studio line, and I need to keep an eye on it because it rings silently here in the studio, is 641-622-6265 because they screwed up my phone number.
I wondered if you were going to comment on that.
Come on, people. So hopefully we're going to get that changed in the near future. But as of right now, the studio line is 641-622-6265. You see that scrolling at the bottom of your screen occasionally. So you'll want to keep that number in mind. We're going to do a couple of things. We will be doing a giveaway. In fact, we're going to have a giveaway every day here on Just Another Morning Show. Oh, by the way, we're live and local.
I was going to say that earlier, but I didn't want to interrupt. But yes.
How many different outlets right now on the radio, on Facebook, wherever? Where is it live and local right now? Turn your radio on. Find somebody that's live and local. I dare you. You won't.
I love watching you. This is awesome.
You won't find it. We're live and local.
It doesn't get any more real than this.
We're your neighbors. We're your friends. You know us.
We know you.
We're not coming to you from New York City.
New York City?
We're not coming to you from Nashville. We're not coming, from wherever.
Right.
We're here. We are amongst you.
And I think that's very important.
It is. It's fun to have the superstars. But you're never you don't see them on a daily basis. You don't see, I won't name names.
Yeah, right.
Mr. Famous DJ shopping at Brothers Market.
Right. Exactly. And if you want celebrities, why go any further? We're right here, live and local.
Live and local. All right, so today, National Day calendar.
Okay.
Keep that phone number handy, people. Today, National Day calendar. It's National Mario Day. I don't have much of a voice.
Mario. See, I can't roll my R's, so...
I'm assuming that's a Mario Brothers reference.
I don't know. Is it, or is anybody named Mario? Oh. I don't know any.
National Mario Day. It's National Pack Your Lunch Day.
Oh, man.
I packed my breakfast this morning.
We're going to see it. That's a nice looking nanner. That's
an apple.
Ooh, what kind of apple you got there? Is that a Honeycrisp or is that just run-of-the-mill apple? It should say.
No, it doesn't.
No, it doesn't? Oh.
Here, we could show people how live and local we are.
No kidding. It's like it hit in the face with an apple.
So I haven't eaten anything yet this morning. Have you eaten anything
No,
this morning?
no. And I'm doing pretty good, but I have also got jelly beans waiting on me.
Oh, the Starburst jelly
So
beans.
I might have to break into them.
So it's Pack Your Lunch Day. It's
Cool.
National Blueberry Pop Over Day.
See, and I even looked that up. I don't get it. It's just...
You're not getting it?
I'm not getting it. It's some pastry, but I've never had a popover. If you got any, bring them in.
It's International Bagpipe Day.
Oh, thank goodness. It's about time.
You were waiting for this one?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I die, I want bagpipes at my funeral.
Okay, I would be okay with that as long as they're doing some Metallica. Can you imagine what that would sound? I'm sure it's been done, too.
Probably.
You know?
Oh, and don't forget, Neil, It's National Women and Girls HIV/AIDS Awareness Day. Why? That's weird.
So apparently
Today,
guys don't matter.
yeah, guys with HIV. How about cats?
I mean, right.
Cats with FIV. So those are your days.
It took me forever to figure out what FIV was until you said feline the other day. I'm like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
It's feline HIV. FIV.
It's too bad, really. I feel for people that have that. Poopy.
Hey, we're doing the not the morning wake up. It's just another morning
There you
show.
go.
Live from the Oski Dental Studios. You haven't even done Toothy yet.
Oh, well.
Give me a Toothy.
They're not supposed to see Toothy.
Oh. Here.
Oh, wait. Hey, it's me, Toothy. Hey,
Weird.
Steve.
The camera went crazy, too. I need to figure out my buttons. Let's go ahead. All right. So get your phones ready. So what we're going to do here in just a minute or two is we're going to give you guys, and this will take a special somebody to break the ice on this. We realize this. We realize people might be a little gun shy to call in and be part of the show live on the phone. But I got this phone line hooked up, people, so you better not disappoint me.
Somebody better call.
It might be the wrong number right now, but what we want you to do is we're going to give you 30 seconds.
Remember that.
Give you a 30-second soapbox moment. You can get up on your soapbox, and you can have 30 seconds to tell our audience whatever is on your mind. It can be a 30-second rant. It can be a, hey, guys, we really like the new show.
Yeah.
It could be, hey, weather's nice today. It could be, did you know that Joe down the street is burning today?
And he shouldn't be.
On a red flag. It could be whatever you, if you want 30 seconds to clear your mind, we're going to open up the phone lines here momentarily at 641-622-6265.
Yes, you're right. 6265. 6265.
So get those phones ready.
I was all for this until you started talking more about it, and right there I got a little nervous. I'm not gonna lie. Like, who's gonna call?
We'll find out.
Oh,
it could
boy.
be somebody that has a grudge with us.
Oh boy.
Trying to line up our next commercials.
Can't imagine there's anybody out there like that.
You don't think anybody has a grudge?
No.
No.
No. And let's limit how many ladies call in, please.
So go ahead, get ready to call in, and we'll take some live phone calls after our commercial break here on Just Another Morning Show. We are live from the Oski Dental Studios above Barnwired on the Square in Sigourney, and our headline sponsor is Brothers Market. We'll be back after
Attention,
this.
Iowa business owners. Is your business missing sales because you're too busy to follow up? Every missed call or delayed message could be costing you money. At Easy Biz Tech, we help local businesses stay ahead by automating customer follow-up, so no lead gets left behind. Missed a call? Our system texts back instantly. need personalized outreach, we send automated texts, emails, and even use AI-powered voice agents to connect with your customers 24/7. Stop losing money because of slow follow-up. Contact Easy Biz Tech today, where Iowa businesses win online.
Iowa Edelweiss wine from Tassel Ridge Winery is a great wine for spring. It's a fruity, semi-sweet white wine that offers orange, pear, and pineapple hints on both the nose and palate. It's great served chilled and simply sipped, and it enhances spicy Asian stir fry or a traditional family dinner of glazed ham studded with pineapple. Tassel Ridge, Iowa Edelweiss is available at many of our 350 retailers in Iowa. Look for the tall blue bottle with an image of a wine glass on the label.
Life's better when you're under our roof. Because when you feel totally protected, your family's free to enjoy their dreams.
Try it again. You're getting the hang of this. Good job.
American Family Insurance.
Contact Christy Tarr in Oskaloosa at 641-673-8965. And we are back here on just another morning show here on Steve Shetler Media. Just another morning show brought to us by Brothers Market. We are coming to you from the Oski Dental Studios. We thank all of our sponsors. And yes, it is time to open up the phone lines. And let's see here. I want to see if we have our first caller on the line. Can you hear me, caller?
Yes.
All right. What is your name, young man, and what's on your mind this morning?
$, Dave $, and on my mind is bars, just straight bars.
That's it.
Just another day on the morning show.
Just another day.
Steve Shetler Media.
Awesome. Yeah. So man. Are you liking the new show, the new format?
Yes, indeed, I am.
All right. Do you have any sort? So, if you're $, do you have any sort of rap to give us this morning that is family friendly?
I can try, yes.
Lay us down a beat.
Yo, yo, yo. It is the morning show.
Yo!
He's on the morning show. There you go, man.
I love it. Well,
Dave.
$, Dave? Is that
$, Dave, $.
Yep.
All right, $. Yo, $. We need to make this a regular thing in the morning. So, $, I appreciate you calling in, being our first phone call here on Steve Shetler Media. Have a good day.
See you, $, Dave.
You too.
Right.
It worked.
We know the phone line works. We need to work on some levels here as far as the phone goes. If you guys out there have something on your mind, we'll keep an eye on the phone lines.
Yeah, call in.
You can call in. Until then, let's take another look at our forecast. We want to make the forecast as important as possible here on Steve Shetler Media. It's brought to us by the Garden Gate. Red flag warning today. Don't burn outside, basically. Sunny and windy and a high of 74. Man, how about that 74 degrees today, Neil?
Oh, I'm excited. I really am. I was looking at the wind gusts on there. So it's just the fact that we're so dry because it's that time of year, folks. Just be careful. There was a lot of people burning yesterday, I think, in anticipation of today.
I didn't get my burning.
Well, I was thinking about you because I almost came over with some garbage.
Thought about throwing a tire.
Whoa! No, that's not. No, tires are not good. That's illegal. But that's why you don't burn tires.
Oh,
you.
No, I don't burn tires.
Good.
By the way, the phone lines are open if you want to call. 622-622-6265. Let's take a look at our For the Fun of It tournament. Has got a new one rocking and rolling right now. Literally, it's brought to us by Shetler Insurance Services. 80s rock bands is our theme for this month. And you can get your votes in right now for this particular matchup till 6 p.m. this evening. Thumbs up for Guns N' Roses or a heart for the Cars. What are you going with?
Well, of course I'm going to go GNR, but I was surprised last evening there. I was just glancing, and I knew this was going to be a tough one because it's the generation gap, man.
But it looks like voting is in favor of Guns N' Roses right now.
Good.
So we'll see if they can hang on. What we're looking at now is the overall brackets, we got some fantastic matchups. We got Guns N' Roses right now against the Cars. We've got the next matchup is Motley Crue against Huey Lewis and the News. Which
I'm sorry, I'm just.
We got some different rock bands. I mean, Huey Lewis was more of kind of you consider it like pop rock. So Motley Crue, Huey Lewis. You got Van Halen against Tom Petty coming up.
See, that
Bon
one's gonna be
Jovi, ZZ Top, Aerosmith, Styx, AC/DC, Kiss, Journey, REO Speedwagon, Def Leppard, Skid Row. This is loaded matchup.
I don't know. You're gonna either create some big fans or some enemies.
All right. So GNR against the Cars, our matchup until 6 p.m. this evening. What else we got going on right now? Oh, should we?
Ooh.
Since nobody else is calling in right now.
Because they're scared.
People are scared. They're wimps.
Come
They're
on.
afraid to speak your mind. You can speak your mind this morning. If you have something on your mind, let us hear about it. Could be good, could be bad. Oh,
is it coming?
We got a phone line. We got a phone call. Let me turn the phone lines up. Okay, who we got on the phone line?
It's Julie Tremmel.
Julie Tremmel.
Julie
How you doing, Julie?
Well, I'm fine, except for I know you're going to say, "Okay, Boomer." It took me like 7 minutes to get on your show. How exactly do I find you?
Are you talking like Facebook, YouTube, or what?
On Facebook, yeah. Is that where I go? Facebook?
Yeah. It's just
what?
It's just Steve Shetler Media, Facebook, YouTube, as usual.
I know, but then it wasn't there for a while.
It wasn't
I have to
there?
reload
It wasn't
the page
there. Don't say that. I'm live right now on mine.
Neil, can you hear Neil? By the way, when you're on the phone, Julie.
Did you just hear me talking?
Can you hear Neil?
I can hear you on the phone. Yeah.
Okay.
It's weird because I've got my computer screen up and it's like, I don't
Probably
know.
getting a weird
what to
delay.
listen to. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know. I think it's working, but
Okay.
My phone and my computer say it is, but
yeah, it looks like we're on.
Well, yeah, I mean, obviously I'm watching it now, but like you were like 7 minutes in before it was there.
That's weird. I don't know. Well, we appreciate you.
Tell me this too. I was watching you, and I looked away, and then I looked back, and you switched. Like Steve was on the left, and Neil was on the right, and now Neil's on the left, and Steve's on the right.
Whoa!
What?
Switch sides magically. Here, let me hit.
How did you?
I'm hitting the button, and nothing's happening. I don't know. This is all new to me, Julie.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
You know, that
Well,
was
great
a
talking
good
to
30
you.
seconds.
Well, thank you for being a brave soul and calling in this morning, Julie.
I'm nothing if I'm not brave.
All right. Thanks for the call.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
That was Julie calling in this morning, just asking if everything was going normal. I think everything's going normal.
Every so often I'm losing my comments, but that happens all the time. So if you see something out there or hear it, let us know, because we can't be everywhere at once.
We try.
But I am surprised how we switched. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, that's just, we shake it up once in a while.
All right. Well, let's do some things you need to know. I like things you need to know.
You like a lot of things.
All right. And some things you need to know to get you going on this Monday. According to a new study, the total number of butterflies in the United States has declined 22% over the last 20 years. As shrinking habitat, rising temps, and a toxic array of pesticides are killing off these delicate insects.
Well, I don't doubt it. Same thing with the bees.
Yes, the birds and the bees killing things off. So, butterflies. Save the butterflies.
Save the butterflies.
From entertainment news, Emily Osment, who I think is that Haley.
Oh.
In the I See Dead People.
Yeah, there you go.
Emily, who is in the show Georgie and Mandy's First Marriage, has filed for divorce from her husband of only 5 months. They're like, yeah, we're good.
Well, she's playing that part real well then.
Yeah.
Wow.
So Emily and husband Jack. Dwayne Wiggins.
Dwayne Wiggins?
See, the funny thing about being on the square here in Sigourney is we can spy on people.
I just thought of that. What are you doing, Black Car?
We can tell you who's going into Barn Wired right now. Dwayne Wiggins.
Hello, nurse. We are back.
See, you can tell we're live.
Just another morning show.
I just gagged on a cough. Dwayne Wiggins, founding member of the R&B group Tony. You remember that?
I remember the name. Don't remember a single thing they performed.
Well, Dwayne was evidently one of the Tonys.
Makes sense, Dwayne, Tony.
Sad news is he has died. Neil, he's died.
What did you?
He died.
So you
bladder cancer, 64.
Jeez, that's not cool.
Tony. So now it's just Tony. Only 4 weeks after he. What? It's true.
It's true.
Only 4 weeks after he capped an impressive rookie season by scoring 2 touchdowns in the Super Bowl, Chiefs star Xavier Worthy was reportedly arrested Friday night on an assault charge.
Oh no.
Get your stuff together there, Xavier. New Mexico.
This one that baffles me.
New Mexico investigators say that Gene Hackman's wife apparently died first. You know, they were found dead here, last week?
Just last weekend, I believe.
So Gene Hackman's wife apparently died first around February 11th from a hantavirus pulmonary syndrome, which is a very rare disease, while Gene Hackman had heart disease and complications caused by Alzheimer's, probably died a week later.
It's sad.
Now, a pathologist not involved in the investigation believes that either Gene or his wife Betsy died. Well, this is just silly. Died from a broken heart after discovering the other one. That's just hearsay. But just horrible.
Well, yeah.
Horrible stuff on that Gene Hackman
And again,
story.
like we were talking before the show, with celebrity, you never know. You just never know anymore. I never dreamt it was going to come down to something like that. So that's very sad.
And they were showing pictures of Gene from here recently. Where, you haven't seen him in public in quite a while.
Right.
And you just have this picture in your mind of what people look like from the last time you saw them, or, from their prime of their life.
Oh, yeah. All the movies.
Was not the case with Gene Hackman. He looked horrible.
Yeah.
So, just horrible news there.
Too bad.
Gene Hackman and his wife. Other stuff you need to know. Let's see here. Poland is obviously getting concerned about events in the world, as Poland has launched military training for every adult male.
Oh.
So, who's afraid that Poland's going to be in a war?
Well,
don't mess with Poland right now. They're coming to get you.
Wow.
Poland is ready. The Red Robin chain of restaurants. You ever eat at a Red Robin?
No, I haven't.
Red
Robin.
Red Robin chain has announced that they're going to be closing 70 underperforming restaurants.
Well, now I'm not going to be able to.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
We hear that there might have been a celebrity cage match at the White House. Secretary of State Marco Rubio and Elon Musk had a knockdown, drag-out fight at Thursday's private cabinet meeting at the White House that only ended when President Donald Trump intervened on Rubio's behalf. Now, obviously, they're not saying a physical altercation.
I was going to say, I would like to see video of that. I really would. I'd like to see, because I'm guessing Elon, he's like a spider monkey. You never know where he's going. So
Or an alien. He's kind of alien-ish. Smart guy.
Oh, yeah. Well, he's AI'd. He's made up.
Speaking of politics, Donald Trump Jr., the word is that Jr. is considering a run for president here in 4 years. So can Donald Trump Jr. maintain the momentum and the popularity that his dad has? I don't know.
That would be interesting, to say the least.
You think that Vance would also have eyes on the presidency?
Well, he's not making a great name for himself.
I like him and his beard.
Oh, do you?
His beard. So Donald Trump Jr. may be running for president.
Huh.
Car owners. They're missing their monthly payments at the highest rate in more than 30 years. January, the share of, let's see here, subprime auto borrowers, at least 60 days past due on their loans, rose to over 6.5%. That is the most since they began this collection of data in 1994. So people are late on their car payments. A lot.
Wow.
Let's go to Canada.
Okay.
Oh, Canada. A senator in Canada. Oh, we got more Donald Trump Jr. news. A senator in Canada has challenged Donald Trump Jr. to a boxing match.
Oh, come on.
So we were talking about Marco Rubio,
Yeah.
Elon Musk kind of getting into it. Maybe we'll actually have a physical altercation with a Canadian senator who is unnamed in this particular story, and Donald Trump Jr.
You know that's going to be a Netflix special.
Yeah. And there'll be buffering issues.
Right.
Friends say that J-Lo, Jennifer Lopez, is not happy with constantly seeing photos of her ex, Ben Affleck, and his ex, Jennifer Garner, together. Does Ben just recycle
I think, apparently. I mean,
exes?
Before long, he'll be back with, what was it? Jenny from the Block or Jenny on the Block? That was one of her songs.
Yeah.
Jenny on the Block. She'd like do that Latino dance. I can't do that. Don't try.
Might throw my back out. More stuff you need to know. Got a bunch of
There's
this
a
today.
ton.
Real Housewives alum Teddy Mellencamp, related to John Cougar Mellencamp. Is she daughter, wife?
I don't know.
Says that doctors have found 5 more tumors as she continues her fight against cancer. So, best wishes for her. Let's go to the trains in London. Also including all trains heading to northern France. They all stopped abruptly Friday morning after an unexploded bomb dating back to World War II was discovered near a track.
Oh.
It was the same area where dozens of Olympic events were held last year, including the closing ceremonies. So, interesting,
Goodness.
scary. Walgreens. You do much shopping at Walgreens?
No.
We pick up some prescriptions there occasionally.
Yeah.
Walgreens has agreed to be acquired by a private equity firm called Sycamore Partners for almost $10 billion.
That surprises me.
As the struggling retailer looks to turn itself around after years of losing money.
Wow, I would not have guessed them to be struggling.
Yeah.
Wow.
Let's see here. Video Game Hall of Fame. Now, you and I were talking a little bit about this before we went on.
Yeah, because I didn't even know when it existed.
Yeah.
I had no clue.
There is a Video Game Hall of Fame. The finalists for the Hall of Fame this year are Age of Empires. I don't know that one. Angry Birds.
See, that...
I've heard of that one, but I've never played
You never played Angry Birds? It was like one of the first games on a phone I ever played.
Yeah.
And I thought I was cool, and the kids were like, that's so not this year.
So that's up for the Hall of Fame. Call of Duty 4 Modern Warfare.
Did you play those? Any of those?
I never did.
I didn't.
Defender. There, that's more my speed.
I remember the name.
That's from like Atari.
Okay. Oh.
Frogger,
definitely.
Golden Eye, Golden Tee, Harvest Moon, Mattel Football, Quake, NBA 2K, and of course, don't forget about Tamagotchi.
I love Tamagotchi. Tamagotchi.
I challenge you to Tamagotchi.
Did you ever play that game?
I have no idea what.
I don't either. I didn't know.
Video Game Hall of Fame, I guess finalists. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So Frogger should be in there by now.
Yes.
Come on.
Ready.
I mean, it didn't get any better than Atari. I don't care what kids say today.
I mean, there was Sega, and
I never
Nintendo
had a Sega.
and PlayStation. Those were all better, but nothing's better than Atari.
But to say you grew up on Atari, come on.
Well, true. Amazon testing out a new AI service that would
Sweet.
translate movies into foreign languages.
Why would I care about that. Yeah. That drives me.
You ever watch foreign language stuff?
I have tried. 9 times out of 10, I'll turn it off.
Well, Squid Game.
Yes,
on
that's
Netflix.
I have to shows and movies like that. I literally have to do my best to not look at their lips. Like I just it makes me so angry.
Do you so like on Squid Game? Do you watch it? Do you read the captions, or do you switch it over where they speak in English?
I've got them speaking in English, but then it's still subtitled down there. So I've messed up. Yeah, because anytime closed captioning comes on, I've done it on this very same show. I find myself lost in just reading.
Reading, yeah.
You know, I don't know why. It's just there.
I'll listen. I like to have them talking in their own native tongue,
and then read it.
And I'll read it. I just you get used to it after a little while. At least I do. How about NFL? Pittsburgh Steelers say that they're not interested in signing Aaron Rodgers as their next quarterback. I mean, he's kind of old.
Well, yeah. What is he, like in his 30s? I don't know.
In his 40s.
Is he? Oh, he definitely is too old then.
I mean, for a quarterback in the NFL, yeah. We'll see. He'll latch on to somebody for a year or two before he calls it quit. It's kind of like you're not a sports fan, so you probably won't get the reference.
How dare you?
Brett Favre.
I know. I've heard that Brett Favre name.
All right. Who did he play for?
Green Bay.
He did.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, Favre.
Brett Favre played for Green Bay, and then the Jets, and then the Vikings.
Whoa,
but it's
really?
it's getting to that point with Rodgers. You know, he's just hanging around for the paycheck for another year or two.
And retirement.
Let's see here. Got a few more things. You probably don't want to hear this, but a new study says that parents who allow their teenagers to try alcohol at home under supervision can diminish, of course, curiosity about alcohol and help promote safe drinking. Now, did you and Wayne and Kathy...
Wow, I never saw that one coming.
You and Wayne and Kathy just get hammered?
Did you get hammered? No.
I can't say that...
Did you?
That me and Kerman Sharon ever...
Yeah, me and Kerman Sharon.
Your old drinking buddies.
Right. No, you know what? Maybe some kids nowadays would be okay with it. But I'm thinking back to when we were kids. I wouldn't have even... can you imagine? Okay, so we're just wanting you to know what it's like. Can you imagine?
You want to drink together?
Let's get a keg.
Maybe we can do a line afterwards.
I'm curious.
Yeah, I'm curious. Just
wow.
Quell my curiosity.
Oh.
2 more things. Healthcare is so expensive these days that last year 31 million U.S. adults had to borrow a total of $74 billion to obtain medical care.
Wow.
So they're borrowing money.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah. I mean, you could go get the simplest thing done at, a doctor's office, and it's just outrageous.
Yeah. That's too bad. Oof.
Finally today, just to further demonstrate how it's a different world over in Russia.
Be careful.
Where's the snipers? Is there a sniper over?
We're uptown now.
In Russia, Vladimir Putin ordered a gift to be sent to the moms of Russian soldiers killed in the Ukraine war. You know what the gift is that the mothers received?
No.
I will order them a meat grinder. A meat grinder.
A meat grinder? That's horrible.
For mothers who lost their sons in the war. They get the complimentary meat grinder.
Wow.
Russia.
That's got twisted written all over it. I love it when you do that. Is it really?
Shall we do?
Wow.
Should we do something impossible?
Let's do it.
Today's I like the impossible. It's impossible.
Yeah.
Nothing's impossible, Neil.
Really?
Today's impossible question. 1 out of 4 people wish they could get into this morning habit. 1 out of 4 people wish they could get into this morning habit. Nobody will ever get this right. So don't even think about it. Don't even try.
See, and like I said, get into the habit.
To the comments, Julie. Julie's on the phone. She's in the comments.
She
says,
crazy today.
There is no 30-second delay, boys. It's like 2 seconds.
Hey, next time you say boys, there better be one in the room.
What are you talking about?
You know.
Men.
Yeah,
boys to men.
Up in this house.
Tamra, good morning to you from Oski Dental. Aaron Rodgers is 41.
I thought you were going to say Aaron Rodgers commented.
Aaron Rodgers is in the comments.
Aaron Rodgers.
He says, screw you guys. I'm going to play for 10 more years. Dodie, good morning to you. Julie says she was young when she tasted beer. They gave it to me in a spoon. And thus her life... Thus, when you see Julie Tremmel at a get-together, she's...
Keep the spoons away from her.
She's pouring her beer into the spoon. Awesome. Dodie says, morning habit, waking up early to listen to you guys.
There you go.
More people need to get into this habit. 1 out of 4 people wish they could get into this morning habit. It is make their coffee at home. So evidently people don't want to go out and spend their money. They'd rather be able to make their coffee at home, but most don't.
They can't get into the habit of it?
I guess.
I mean, I can't... honestly, I won't even let the dog out.
Who let the dog out?
Until I get my coffee started. Then we can go out. Because I want to be able to... As soon as he's done, I want my coffee. And my coffee jump starts my day, you know?
This is my coffee right here.
Gets the old things a-flowing.
Things a-flowing.
It helps out, I can tell you that. Coffee?
Should we take a little bit of a break?
Let's do it.
All right, so let's take a little bit of a break. We're at the top of the hour. You're listening and watching to Steve Shetler Media.
Man,
I'm trying to come up with like a legal ID off the top of my head. Steve Shetler Media, Sigourney, Oskaloosa, the world,
Southeast Iowa.
We'll take a break. We'll come back with a look at our forecast. We'll have some sports, and more. And we're going to be doing a little giveaway during the 8 o'clock hour. In fact, I'll tease it right now to keep you to stick around. This morning, we're going to be giving away a free 20-ounce drink to Barn Wired in Sigourney. So speaking of making coffee and stuff at home, you don't need to. You can just win a free 20-ounce drink. We're going to get to that here shortly. On Steve Shetler Media, stay tuned. Brothers Market at 118 South Main Street in Sigourney, where savings are made simple. Go to www.shopbrothersmarket.com. Digital coupons, earn rewards, deal of the week, shopping deals, and more. And make sure you download the Brothers Market app. It is a smart way to shop. Get into Brothers Market at 118 South Main in Sigourney and let Rick and the staff help you out or give them a call. 641-622-2191.
When shopping here at Helmuth Ford, we will do our best to put you in the vehicle that you want, that you love, and that is safe for your family.
Your safety is our focus. That's why we are a full-service repair facility.
We'd love to sell you a vehicle of your choosing. If we don't have it, we'll do our best to find it for you. If you're looking for a vehicle with low miles, a great price, and a friendly atmosphere, come visit us here at Helmuth Ford.
We look forward to seeing you soon.
See our full inventory at helmuthford.com.
Keokuk County Medical Clinic is your one-stop shop for healthcare. Our behavioral health providers offer a wide range of services to help you reach your goals. We have multiple family practice providers who see patients of all ages for acute and chronic care. Through a partnership with Bloom Pediatrics of Ottumwa, McKenna Bond, ARNP is here on Wednesday and Friday mornings to give your child the special care they need. Libby Dasso, PAC, is here for all your rheumatology needs. Jack's Corner Drug is located just down the hall for your convenience.
And a good morning to you. We are doing just another morning show here on Steve Shetler Media.
I almost fell asleep because it's 8, and normally we're done. And
I'm getting ready to take my morning nap at this time. We're running however long this goes today, people.
Absolutely.
Yes, this is the test drive. What do you want to call it?
I like that. The test drive.
The test drive for Just Another Morning Show. It's the first time doing it in this new studio, this new surroundings here on the Square in Sigourney. Again, we are high above Sigourney in the Oski Dental Studios above Barnwired.
We are in the penthouse.
Yes, the suite. We can see the lovely courthouse. Right, looks like it's going to be a beautiful day. Shall we take a look at our forecast? Let's do it. Let's bring that up on the screen. It's always brought to us by the Garden Gate. Red flag warning. So don't burn outside. Sunshine today, 74.
Oh.
Have a little coffee cough. And a windy south to southwest wind. 74 degrees today. Can you believe that?
It doesn't make any sense. It really doesn't.
It doesn't. We were just like super cold.
Yeah.
Not too
Wasn't
long
it just
ago.
like a week ago we were still frigid?
It was a little bit on the nippy side.
Yeah. Definitely.
Hey, coming up this week here on Steve Shetler Media, we got that fella, Jesse Wilson, is going to be our Iowa Music Showcase artist. We've had Jesse on probably about a year ago. Jesse going to be hanging out this Friday at Barnwired in Sigourney, playing us some original tunes. We'll get a live interview with Jesse Wilson. Good guy. Comes from up around the Fort Dodge area. So looking forward to seeing my friend Jesse Wilson again this Friday at Barnwired. Be there in person. Watch it live and in person. Watch it online here on Steve Shetler Media, or listen to it in podcast form. We've also got the sports section, which for some reason I don't have a graphic to put up on the screen.
Oh, well, it happens. So imagine sports section.
Yeah, sports
right
section.
Here. Sports
Barnwired. We'll have that Saturday morning at Barnwired. Again, be there in person. Watch it online or listen to it in podcast form. Nobody officially lined up yet for this. It's Monday. I've sent out some feelers. So we'll have.
And as you mentioned, you're coming to the end of the winter sports. It's sort of a.
So we can still kind of recap like wrestling and basketball, but we can also start to get some previews for track.
Sure.
Exciting track.
Exciting.
Do you like going to track meets? Do you ever go to track meets?
No. I mean, I've gone to track meets, yes. And yes, congratulations, athletes, for going out and doing the work.
Way to be athletic.
Whew. Track meets are long.
They are.
They're long.
A lot of events, a lot of different kids. Speaking of sports, got a brand new thing we're going to go to here. This is going to be a weekly thing from my pal Josh Clubb at Son-in-Law Services. He brings us our sports report. Let's go to that.
This is the Steve Shetler Media Sports Report for Monday, March 10th. The Girls State Basketball Championships wrapped up over the weekend at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. In Class 5A, the number 1 seed, Johnston, was crowned the state champion, defeating the 2 seed, Dowling Catholic, 55-44. In Class 4A, the 8 seed, Xavier, was atop the field by defeating North Polk, 66-47. Xavier defeated the number 1, 2, and 4 seeds on their path to the state title. In Class 3A, the 1 seed Mount Vernon took down the 2 seed Wahlert Catholic 47-36. As for Class 2A, the 3 seed Hinton defeated 5 seed Central Lyon 48-46, giving the Blackhawks the crown. Central Lyon had an impressive tournament run, upsetting 4 seed North Mahaska and 1 seed Eddyville-Blakesburg Fremont before falling 2 points short in the championship game. And finally, in Class 1A, 1 seed St. Albert defeated 3 seed Newell Fonda 61-58. The boys' high school tournament gets underway this week in Des Moines. Cedar Rapids Kennedy and Waukee Northwest will open up the tournament at 10:30 today. All of Class 4A and part of 3A are participating in today's contests, followed by 3A and 2A on Tuesday, and 1A starts their tournament on Wednesday. The championship games for all classes are set for Friday, March 14th. We will have updates on scores throughout the week here on Steve Shetler Media. The Iowa Hawkeye women saw their Big Ten tournament come to an end against Ohio State on Friday night. That was a quarterfinal matchup. The Hawkeyes women are predicted to be a 7 seed in the NCAA tournament, with Selection Sunday coming up on March 16th. In Big Ten men's hoops, The basketball tournament for them is set to kick off here on Wednesday. With this being the first year that not all teams will compete in the tournament, the Hawkeye men needed to win on Sunday against Nebraska and did so by a score of 83-68. That gave the Hawkeyes the 15th and final seed in the tournament. The Hawks will play their first game Wednesday against the 10th seed Ohio State. That game will air on Peacock 25 minutes after the conclusion of the previous game at roughly 5 p.m. Central Time. The winner of that game will take on the 7th seed Illinois on Thursday, March 13th. The Hawkeyes would have to win the Big Ten tournament to reach the NCAA tournament, and to do so would have to win 5 consecutive games in 5 days. The following Big Ten teams were left out of this year's field: Nebraska, Penn State, and Washington. The Big Ten Wrestling Championships took place over the weekend, and the Hawkeyes as a team finished in 3rd place with 112 points. Penn State won the team points race with 181.5 points as a team. The Hawkeyes did not have any wrestlers atop the podium, but did have 3 Hawkeye wrestlers finish in 2nd place. This has been the Steve Shetler Media Sports Report for Monday, March 10th.
Hey, all right, thanks to Josh Clubb, Son-in-Law Services Sports Report here on Steve Shetler Media. That is a new thing, one of our new things we're doing here on Just Another Morning Show. You like that?
I do.
Thing.
I was totally going to break into the bring the old recorder back.
Oh, yeah.
And I just realized that apparently once in the dishwasher, the reeds disappear.
Uh-oh.
Oh. I'm missing. It doesn't work.
You know what we do have here in the studio?
Yes, I was wondering
that
if
has
you
not
have.
made its debut yet is the rubber chicken. Just to be annoying on occasion. So we'll keep that.
And it will be.
We'll keep that handy. What are we doing next, Neil?
Oh, yeah. What were we going to do?
Probably we should get weird.
Let's do it.
Weird.
In the weird today, for some reason it didn't say that is weird all that loud, but we'll get to some weird. By the way, coming up this hour, Stacy Shetler from Shetler Insurance Services. I know her. I think to know her is to love her.
Wow. Oh. That was nice. Well played.
So we're going to be doing a giveaway, a new show. Oh, well, it's not a new show. It's a new segment called The Answers Are Easy.
And they are. They might be too easy, though, is the problem.
Yeah. So the answers are easy. We're going to be taking phone calls. So get your phone again ready here in just a little bit. 641-622-6265. The answers are easy. You have to answer 5 easy questions to get a 20-ounce drink from Barn Wire. And believe me, they are easy. If you miss them, that's on you. So we'll get to that here shortly. So in the weird news today, you know, in the shower, you ever seen like a pinkish slime residue in the shower or in the tub? Or are you more of a cleaning fanatic that you don't ever get?
About the only thing I've ever seen in the tub or shower is purple.
Purple.
It's the purple shampoo stuff for the blonde hairs and stuff.
Okay.
I don't know. No, I've never seen a pink stuff.
So pink slime, according to one doctor, pink slime in the shower is a... let's see here. You might think it's soap buildup or harmless mold, but it is actually a bacterium called something else really fancy. It thrives in damp, humid areas, such as bathrooms. Oh. It feeds on fatty deposits found in soap and shampoo, and me. I'm full of fatty deposits. Making shower curtains, drains, and tiles an ideal breeding ground. Now, to prevent pink slime in your shower, experts advise keeping bathrooms dry and well ventilated, running an exhaust fan, or cracking a window while also using disinfecting surfaces.
Okay.
So
I mean...
No more pink slime.
I don't think I've seen pink slime, but now I'm curious. I'm going to be on the lookout for it.
Yeah. Let's go to Tucson, Arizona. Authorities in Tucson investigating a disturbing case of apparent animal poisonings that have resulted in the deaths of 3 pet dogs and at least 19 wild animals, including 15 coyotes, 3 javelinas. Is that how you say that?
Javelinas?
What's a javelina?
I don't
and a
know.
raven. Oh. This is quite the mix of animals. The remains were discovered over a 2-mile stretch of land frequented by hikers raising concerns for the public and pet safety. So wildlife officials suspect the poison was deliberately placed to target coyotes with toxic bait hidden inside the food. But it's also getting domestic dogs and other wildlife. So,
wow.
Nasty people. How about we go to some slithering snakes?
Oh, my goodness. Let's do it.
Medusa. A 25-foot, 350-pound, nightmare-fueled slithering snake.
Jeez.
Is in Kansas City at a haunted house. This is a thing. The haunted house. Nice name. It's called the Edge of Hell Haunted House.
Wow.
They
Makes
have
you
a
want to go in there.
25-foot, 350-pound snake called Medusa. Visitors from all over the world flock to see the real-life anaconda, proving once again that humans have an odd fascination with things that could kill them.
So this is real.
This is a
snake
real
and
Medusa, a pet python at a Kansas City haunted house. Now, obviously, we're in March. We're a long ways away from October. Is this haunted house open?
Well, you know what? I bet you if they
all year long.
I bet you there's people out there that would go. Honestly,
Maybe in a big city.
Yeah,
Maybe.
they get their kicks from going.
Route 66.
Route 66.
Coca-Cola. You know, it's everywhere. It's
Oh,
worldwide.
yeah.
But did you know that North Korea and Cuba don't have Coca-Cola? They are excluding it from selling it due to U.S. trade embargoes.
What?
So if you're in North Korea or Cuba, no Coca-Cola for you.
Tell you what, them Koreans, that's weird.
Isn't there that one song back in like the 70s and 80s?
To teach the world to sing.
Except North Korea and
Yeah.
Cuba.
Yeah, it was the world in perfect harmony.
Yeah. Well, we're not in perfect harmony anymore.
Well, it's Cuba. We don't, whatever.
You know I like Bigfoot, Neil.
I do.
Do you believe in Bigfoot?
I've, you know what? I saw this story.
Let's set the groundwork for Bigfoot here. I believe in the possibilities of Bigfoot.
Oh, I'm not saying that the possibility isn't real. I'll go that far. I've never witnessed anything, so
I'm
not saying it's not.
A guy that goes to Penn State University was on a raccoon hunt recently and had an encounter with Bigfoot. The student, who only identifies himself as MK because he doesn't want to get harassed and made fun of, reported hearing the unusual sound back on February 19th of a bat hitting a tree. Now, being the Bigfoot aficionado that I am, here's the deal.
Okay.
Bigfoot or Big Feet, because there are more than one. There's not just one Bigfoot. There are, various Bigfoots around
Bigfoots?
the world.
Okay.
So one of the ways that they supposedly communicate is they'll take like a big branch and knock it on the side of a tree. Yeah, like tree knocks is what it's called. So this guy is saying...
You know a lot about this.
I do.
Wow.
It's scary. So this guy is saying he was out raccoon hunting. He started hearing what sounded like a baseball bat getting hit against a tree, which is wood knocks. Instead of turning back, he crazily went deeper into the woods, and he says he locked eyes with a towering upright creature about 40 yards away. Said its face was King Kong-like, gray skin, a rounded chin. It says most striking were its massive arms and shoulders. Says after an intense stare down, the creature retreated into the night. So, of course, Bigfoot researchers were all over that area checking things out. So.
And so with its size, gray color, did you say hairy also or not? Because I need to know what park this was in, because I might have been there. He could have ran into me.
It was just you taking a bath in the local creek.
Right.
Crickety crick. So Bigfoot. Somebody evidently saw Bigfoot
That's
out
nuts.
in Pennsylvania.
That is nuts.
Let's go to Florida. 23-year-old Florida man made headlines after receiving backlash for air drying his laundry on his porch.
What?
What's wrong with that? A neighbor complained, citing concerns over property values. Turning to Reddit for support, he found widespread agreement that air drying clothes is a common and reasonable practice. I mean, that's the way it used to be done.
Yeah. honestly, I'd still wouldn't mind doing it. Just save on energy and.
One thing I don't like to air dry are jeans.
Yes. Nope. I agree.
Jeans are so stiff.
Yep.
And kind of itchy.
Honestly, but almost everything air dried wouldn't hurt to just throw in the dryer, even just on an air fluff cycle for like 5 minutes. Just, yeah. I grew up on a farm, so our air hung clothes, they normally came back inside clean, but smelling of hog manure.
Ah, yes.
That was a common thing.
Kind of defeated the purpose.
It did, but you just got used to it. Still got the chicks.
They're like, what's that smell? Oh,
that's better than brute.
Finally, in weird news today, a guy named the Rocket Man. His real name is Chachi, like from Happy Days. What? Chachi the Rocket Man Valencia, a human cannonball performer, suffered severe injuries during a routine at a county fair in California on March 2nd. It seems that the cannonballer, so this is a guy that goes around to county fairs, shoots himself out of a cannon. So a sudden gust of wind impacted his trajectory, causing him to miss his safety net, and he landed on asphalt instead.
Oh, not just grass even. Oops. It had to be asphalt.
Cement. Let's see here. They say that he basically travels at cannonball speeds of 55 miles per hour, gets up to about 65 feet above the ground. The accident marks a significant setback. There's a GoFundMe page set up for him. And so far, they have collected about $10,000 for him. So, note to self, don't shoot yourself out of a cannonball or a cannon.
Significant setback.
When it's windy out.
Oh, I'm not sure which would be worse, being the guy shot out of the cannon or remember back in the days, the performers that would actually let them shoot a cannonball into their stomach.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
they always show that at the beginning of the Iowa State Fair.
Yes.
Show.
Yep.
And it shows his whole body.
I mean, I'm thinking there's times in my life that I would have been able to absorb that no problem.
How's the New Year's diet going, by the way?
Oh, fantastic.
Let's bring that up.
It's easy when you just cut out pop. And just try to stay away from sugary things and stuff. It's going great. You're doing well.
I've actually lost a few pounds. I'm not going to say I'm like just losing all sorts of weight, but I've lost a few.
I'm going to get better because today I started a new cardio program.
Oh. What is it?
I walked for 6 minutes.
Oh, you walked to work?
Yeah. 6 minutes.
I see.
I'm going to make huge strides.
Better than nothing.
There you go.
Better than nothing. It is that time. If somebody wants to play the game with us.
Yeah.
I'm going to start up. I'm going to start up. Let's see here. I need to figure out my buttons. Let's start up. Ooh.
What'd you do?
I hit the game show music. So if somebody wants to call 641-622-6265, we're going to play a new game called The Answers Are Easy. And what is on the line is a 20-ounce drink to Barn Wired in Sigourney.
So call.
Call now. First one through, we'll get to try. So, there we got a phone line. Let's take the music down a notch.
Yes.
Let's see who's on the phone. Hello, caller. Who do we have on the line today?
I don't know if you want me to play. It's Julie Trimmel again.
It's Julie again.
Hey, okay, now.
Julie, I thought I'd get in.
It's totally fine. You can play. So right. The rules are, we're going to state now that the rules are you can only win once a month. So, Julie, if you win today,
okay,
that'll be it. All right, so we're going to ask you 5 very, at least in my eyes, 5 very easy questions. If you get all 5 right, then you get a free 20-ounce drink to Barn Wired.
Okay, I think I know where that is.
Yes, it's very easy to locate. Okay, question number 1. Again, this is a game called The Answers Are Easy. What's another word for a jacket?
A coat.
Correct.
Correct.
Yes, you might not hear it on the phone lines, but you'll hear it on Facebook and YouTube, little sound effects if you get it right or wrong.
Oh, yeah, I can't hear it on the phone.
So second question, who was the original lead singer of Journey?
Oh, Steve Perry? Oh, the original?
Correct.
That's a trick
Steve
question?
Perry. No, that's correct.
Yeah.
And as far as the 5 questions, I think that was the toughest of all 5. Living here in Iowa, you should probably know this one. A calf, C-A-L-F, a calf is a baby what?
Cow, bovine.
There you go. All right, question 4. There's a knife and a spoon on a table. What is missing?
The plate. Oh, a fork.
What she's... What?
I'm sitting there. The fork, knife, and spoon.
Julie, since you're the first one playing this game, we're gonna let that slide.
Well, what am I going to do with the knife and the spoon if I don't have
there
a
isn't
plate?
like a definitive answer. So a plate or a fork will work.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, also need a glass and a placemat.
Yes. I mean, you can go a variety of ways there. Question 5. What does a taxi driver drive?
A taxi.
You see? The answers are easy.
Thank you.
Way to go.
Congratulations, Julie.
Is there a second Journey lead singer?
Well, it's that guy that sounds like Steve Perry.
Oh.
He did an online thing, and they caught wind of it.
Yeah.
And they're like, "Oh, you should come and be our new lead singer." So yeah, I don't know what the guy's name is off the top of my head.
I think it's Wannabe.
Yeah, come on, I wannabe.
Come on, I wannabe.
Well, Julie Tremmel, we will pass your name along to Barnwired, and you can stop in for your 20-ounce drink. That's how it works. They'll have your name at the counter. Just pop in, say you won on Steve Shetler Media.
Okay, thank
All
you,
right,
sir. You're
Julie
doing a great
Tremmel.
job.
Awesome.
Thanks, Julie. Appreciate it. That's Julie Tremmel, our prize winner on The Answers Are Easy. Now, we're not going to have the same exact game every day here on Steve Shetler Media. Like sometimes it might be, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Or just some other random games that we'll play. So that's kind of what's going on there. So you get the gist of it. Julie was our guinea pig. She called in and won the prize. So Julie gets the 20-ounce drink from Barnwired. Other prizes that we're going to have on a weekly basis include $10 gift card from the Garden Gate, $10 gift card to Bee's Sweet Treats, a free drink at Savage Energy, and a $10 gift card to James Family Greenhouse. So some nice prizes for people to win this week here on Steve Shetler Media.
I am so glad Julie didn't get the knife and spoon one, because we tried this yesterday, Steve. I even messed it up. Because, well, you said what's missing if I have a knife and a spoon, and I said knife. He goes, you have a knife, idiot. I'm like, oh, I didn't hear it. So
that's true.
I mean, at least I wasn't alone.
Let's take another look at our forecast. In case you're just tuning in this morning, red flag warning today. It's windy. Don't burn outside. Otherwise, sunshine today, high of 74. And yes, windy out. So no burning. Don't want to get things out of control. What we haven't done yet is take a look at our community calendar, which we need to do that. It's brought to us by Enchanted Events. Make sure you book your next event at Enchanted Events, whether it's a birthday, a reunion, a wedding, what else? Bar mitzvah.
Bar mitzvah,
like to say.
or something, yeah. What else?
Whatever you got going on, you can book it at Enchanted Events. Of course, they've got their big event coming up. I don't know if I have the graphic for it. You know, I haven't transferred a bunch of my stuff over to this new setup here.
That's
Neil.
what's going on. I get you.
Yeah.
It's
a new little software setup that I have. Haven't brought over all my images, but do keep in mind they've got Tyler Richton and the High Bank Boys coming up on April 26th at Enchanted Events. So get your tickets for that event. Otherwise, on our community calendar, we got Cool News Celebrate Recovery group in New Sharon. They meet at the Lighthouse Church, and that is on Tuesdays. So find hope, find freedom, find healing. That's some hard to read stuff on the screen there.
But
We might have to not resize the community calendar because it's so hard to read. Also on the calendar, we've got the Watch Your Opera House this Thursday. They've got Ghost Towns of Keokuk County.
Wow, that was a weird sounding ghost.
That was. So check that out if you want to take in that program. Also on the calendar coming up this Saturday, North Mahaska FFA has their Farmers Breakfast. So that's from 7 to 11 a.m. Fuel up your day the FFA way.
What? Oh. That's a great play on words. I
Community
love it.
calendar sponsored by Enchanted Events here on Steve Shetler Media. We haven't done birthdays yet.
Oh my
Should we do
goodness.
That? Let's hit the birthday song.
To you.
God bless you. Happy birthday to you. Oh. Birthdays. Who are they brought to us by?
Oh, they are brought to you by Hometown Real Estate, Nikki Leathers. She's not only the broker, she's the owner and the realtor as well.
I like to say realtor.
Yeah, but you're wrong when you say that. It's realtor. Hometown birthdays today. My graphics are even small over here. Ashley Signs, happy birthday.
Signs Plumbing. Ashley's the brains behind
The brains? Really?
Signs Plumbing.
Maybe she's the bronze too. You just don't know it. Jim Alberg, happy birthday. Todd Heistoffer.
Heisey. Or little
Heisey.
What do they call him?
Yeah. Okay. Happy birthday, Todd. Ruth Manchester celebrating a birthday. Isaiah Newsma and Rick Cheney.
My old classmate,
Absolutely.
Rick Cheney, has a birthday today.
Some good birthdays today. Celebrity side of things.
Oh, Chuck.
Chuck Norris. It says he's 85, but he's probably
immortal.
400. So, yeah. He was.
Chuck will never die.
If you don't know who Chuck Norris is, I'm sorry. You get a life. Sharon Stone, 67 today. Jeff Ament, bass player for Pearl Jam. Am I saying Ament right?
I never knew how to say his last name.
I'm not
Amant?
sure if I'm... Yeah, maybe
Mint?
it's more Ament.
Maybe he likes a mint?
Because looking at it, I don't think I said it right.
He always wears a neat hat.
Oh, yeah, all the time. Every time. Eddie Brickell, singer.
No.
What?
Brickell. It's Edie Brickell.
Edie Brickell.
Don't you remember her?
No.
She had the group Edie Brickell and the New Bohemians.
Well, you really... Sing me a song.
They had one song that was a big hit.
What was it?
I don't have a singing voice right now. But it was that one. Look it up. You know it.
I'm going to have to.
1980s.
The 1980s. Actor John Mann, 54 today. Huh?
What'd you say?
I said actor John Hamm, 54 today. What'd you think I said?
I thought you said John Mann.
No.
He's a man.
You were in the middle of coughing, so you had that going for you. Robin Thicke, 48. What was one of his big songs? Blurred Lines or something like that.
I wouldn't have a clue.
Yeah, well, see, we're even now. Carrie Underwood, 42 today.
I've heard of her.
Yeah, she's somewhat popular. And Olivia Wilde. What's she? I'm trying to remember.
She's
I
an
know the
actress.
name, yeah, but
She's
I can't
acted
remember what she's been in. So there's some of your hometown
Stuff.
celebrity birthdays brought to you by Nikki Leathers.
Been in movies.
No, she's
TV
been
shows.
in stuff.
Because your birthday is brought to us by Hometown Real Estate. Boy, we're just kind of winging it here in this last hour of the show.
Yeah.
We do have our next guest here in the studio.
Oh.
Guest, are you ready to be on the show?
What?
Oh, I'm so ready.
We haven't.
Get that microphone nice and close. Don't be afraid of the
So
mic.
ready, Steve.
There we go. All right, we need to put Neil and I up.
There we
Neil's
go.
on top. What's going on? We welcome in Stacy Shetler, the second ever guest here on Just Another Morning Show. We had Clint Weber in. He set the tone for all guests to come. He did a great job.
Bar is set high.
No
Stacy,
pressure.
Right.
I see you have a drink. You must have went into Barn Wired.
I did go into Barn Wired because this time change is killing me right
Time
now.
change sucks.
It sucks a lot.
That's the worst. Because it felt like when I got up at 5 o'clock this morning, it felt like it was 4.
That's weird because we jumped an hour.
I know.
So like the fact that you felt the hour.
I did. I felt it in my soul. Stacy's getting going with Barn Wired today, which is right below us, by the way. We are high above Sigourney in the Oski Dental Studios, above Barn Wired on the square in Sigourney. We're doing the morning. Nope, we're doing just another morning show. I keep catching myself doing that.
We should have put up Post-it notes everywhere with just another morning show, so you wouldn't forget.
So you and I, Stacy, hang on one second.
I'm just going to drink my coffee over here. I'm just going to wake up. It's all good.
Neil, you and I both worked in radio.
Right.
And we both switched radio stations at one point or time in our careers. When you switched radio stations, did you ever screw up and say the name of the previous station at your new station?
Yeah.
You did. I did too.
Yeah, I did. And to the point where I remember one of them real vividly because I'd said it 3 times. And before I even noticed it. And then all of a sudden I thought, wow, I've done that for the last hour, I think. And no one said a thing. Not one person even commented, like even in management, which is funny because that management always commented about my stuff. But yes, it's easy to do.
All right, so we are doing just another morning show. We welcome in Stacy Shetler. Now, Stacy.
Thank you.
There's a lot more people clapping. You just can't hear.
I believe it.
Okay.
Standing ovation, probably.
Oh yeah.
I have a laugh track, but probably we need to get like a studio audience.
Right.
Clapping. Anyway, we're clapping. Stacy, I know you.
You do.
You're my wife. That's the last name Shetler.
Yes.
Makes more sense.
There's not too many Shetlers in town. You're just over there on the east side of the square in Sigourney.
Correct.
That sign that says Shetler Insurance Services.
Can't miss it.
When did you open up?
October 15th.
Okay. And how are things been going the last few months?
Really good. Really good. It's been a wild ride to open up your own insurance agency, but it's really good. Clients have been very, very supportive. I'm busy, as my husband Steve knows, so he doesn't see a lot of me right now. That's Steve. But yeah, it's been great. So a lot of support from the community.
That's awesome. That's very cool.
Yeah, you and I don't see each other. I was saying earlier this morning how basically I don't have any free time. My free time is 100% this job, as it has been the last year and a half. And same for you. I know you have zero free time.
I'm just gonna come be a guest like every morning so I can see my husband.
That's not a bad idea, guys. We should start like a weekly date morning, and you guys,
even on weekends, it's like. Last night, we'll give away some Shetler household secrets.
This could be terrifying.
Usually on Sunday nights, we're chilling out and watching, a couple hours of TV or so, or just watching some of our shows. And last night, we got a 20-minute episode of Modern Family in before we went to bed, and that was it.
That was it.
That was our 20 minutes
of togetherness
together. Because you and I, Neil, we were up here.
Oh yeah.
I was up here for I think 4 hours on Saturday afternoon. Yep. That was after doing the sports section for a couple hours on Saturday morning. Got a little nap in, came up here.
So how many naps do you get in?
0.
Oh,
yeah, I need a daily nap.
Well, because we're guys.
So yeah, we got 20 minutes of together time last night. So it's our house is busy, but. Tell us, as far as insurance stuff, what all do you offer?
Yeah, so I love the fact that I'm an independent agent. So what that means is I can offer multiple different insurance carriers. So you can come to me and I'm going to find the right product that meets your needs. Do everything from home and auto, farms. I love to do the farms. That's probably my favorite thing to do is work with my farmers. Crop insurance. Health insurance, so Medicare, love doing that too. It's a confusing time for people, so like to try to make it a little bit easy. I also do marketplace health insurance, life insurance, just about anything. Employee benefits, if you're a business looking for, short-term disability, different benefits. So pretty much anything insurance-wise, I can help you out.
There's a lot of insurance stuff out there. I mean, when you rattle it all off like that, there is a lot to have to deal with and balance out.
There absolutely is.
Wow.
Yep.
He says it's a confusing time right now. It's always a confusing time here at just another morning show.
Oh, true.
Depending on the level of confusion.
Right. I can imagine where you were going with that, though. I'm sure right now is not fun for a lot of people, insurance-wise. And we just had a story earlier how, insurance, health insurance is just so hard to afford, and I don't know.
It's very confusing for the average person because most people, that's not your specialty. I can't run Steve's business because I wouldn't know how. I don't want to know how. So, that's my goal, is to make it easy for people. I like to talk to you in layman terms and explain what things are and try to make sure that you understand what you're purchasing. I think that's important. There's a misconception out there that people go and get their insurance products and they don't even know what they're buying. They don't know what their liability limits are. They don't know what they cover. So I'm going to take time and explain what you're actually getting and why you need it.
That's important. And I say that from experience. That's important. It really is, to know what you've got.
Yep.
We need to talk about the employee benefit thing. Yeah, I was trying to spit it out there.
The
I'll talk to you about.
I don't offer
my
the
employer. I'll talk to you about my employer later. I
feel like that's a conflict of interest. I don't know. You have to file your grievances elsewhere on that one. But
no problem.
So what are you drinking from Barnwire today? Put a
doing-
plug in for Barnwire.
I decided, because it's going to be like 70 degrees, that I was going to go with iced coffee because usually I do hot. This is iced. It's white chocolate toasted marshmallow. I think it has a fancy name, but our daughter Riley worked there forever, way back when, and that's what we've always called it. So that's what it is, and it's delicious.
White chocolate toasted marshmallow.
Good stuff.
Sounds just like the coffee my dad used to drink in the mornings.
Does it?
Nope.
Black.
I like my coffee like this color.
Oh, yeah, the thermos.
The thermos, not the furnace. Yeah. He had a thermos full of white chocolate caramel
toasted almonds
on throughout the day. Stacey, I don't know if you saw earlier, we just gave away a 20-ounce drink to Barnwired. Nice. Julie Tremmel was our winner.
Oh, way to go, Julie.
Yeah.
I bet she's excited.
Yeah, she won the new show called The Answers Are Easy.
So I think what you should do.
No,
just one question of those and see what you're
right,
because
let's
Julie and I both didn't maybe answer it the way we should have answered.
I have not drank all my coffee yet.
There aren't set answers on a lot of these, and a lot of these are kind of open to interpretation. So the answers are easy. So all right, the one that caused a little bit of controversy online throughout the world this morning was there's a knife and a spoon. What is missing? There's a knife and a spoon. What is missing?
Oh.
See,
it's got to be perplexing, so I'm trying to make it harder than it probably is.
So just blurt out what you think then. See?
I mean, you want to say fork, but that's...
No, you're the first one to say fork.
That's it.
Is that really it? Well, duh.
The answers are easy.
Well, duh, she says.
I'm trying to is there like a pun in there? Is there like...
It's not tricks.
It's that simple.
Okay.
Julie said plate.
I
said knife.
Which again, it's kind of
even though it was in
interpretation.
there. Yeah, but I mean that's one of them.
So
I have
plate
a knife.
would work. A napkin.
Oh,
yes, you could say
cup.
I
guess you could have said. But I mean, I think
barn-wired drink.
I think fork was the obvious answer.
Fits. Okay.
Yeah.
That was kind of painful.
That's
felt like
what
you
makes
needed
it fun.
like the Jeopardy noise thing going in the back while I thought.
By the way, comments. Amber in the comments says the little sound effects.
Yeah.
For the correct answers, it wasn't coming through the computer. I didn't have that. So dumb.
It's okay, Steve.
It's okay.
You're not dumb. You're beautiful.
You smart.
I am not dumb.
You're smart.
I love this.
You want to stick around?
I was gonna say.
We're going to do Files of Law and Disorder.
I got some time till I go open up the office.
Let's do Files of Law and Disorder. A deer raised as a pet. That sounds like something we could do at our house.
Ooh, yeah. Let's do it.
I mean, to go with our 3 dogs, multiple cats, and bird.
You guys need a ferret.
A deer raised as a pet by a Pennsylvania woman and her community is facing euthanasia after state officials seized it, citing wildlife violations. The 2-year-old deer, known as Baby.
Oh, that's original. Was that your deer?
If I had a full voice.
Was that your deer
That was
sound?
a deer. If I had a full voice.
Can I tell a funny deer story? Can I just jump in and take over the show?
Yes, I think
Because
you gotta do it.
sometimes when we see deer out in the wild driving along the highway, my husband will stop and roll down the window and talk to them.
We'll have conversations.
Come
if they're
on.
like right at the roadside and there's no other traffic, obviously.
He's safe about it.
Your deer infatuation, I don't get it. Like how
to a deer?
No, I mean,
I'll
like,
approach a deer.
I know. You got to be careful, man. I tell him this all the time. You can't be that friendly with deer. They'll claw your eyes out.
Anyway, Baby, the 2-year-old deer in Pennsylvania, raised by residents from a fawn and treated with the care and love of a pet. Now, even with vaccinations and devoted attention, Pennsylvania law strictly forbids possessing wild deer unless they were born in captivity. Let's see here. So
Poor
advocates
baby.
argue that that baby poses no threat. Controversy has drawn comparisons to other contested wildlife removals. And the community anxiously awaits Baby's fate.
I feel bad for Baby.
If I had a full voice, I would make that weird noise that deer make
Yeah.
when they run away. It's like a... You know what I'm saying?
I do know what you mean.
Stomp a little.
But yeah.
It's like a weird vibrating noise that I don't know where it even comes out of.
I don't either. I got to find a deer sound effect now. Oh, wow. I'm really surprised you guys don't. It wouldn't be that hard to feed the deer in your front yard. Seriously.
I know. I'm thinking about it right now.
I mean, honestly, put a salt block
I'm
out
going to
there.
name them.
Yeah, put a salt block out there. And
They like to eat. In our backyard, we have like grapevines and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And yeah, the deer come up and eat the grapes and whatever the goodies are out there. Let's go to Florida.
Dr. Doolittle.
People.
I want to go to Florida.
A Florida boat captain has been convicted of seamen's manslaughter.
What just happened there?
Seamen's manslaughter following a deadly diving expedition at Breakers Reef. This happened back in 2020. The victim, 37 years old, was surfacing from a dive when the captain, running an illegal charter, suddenly reversed the boat.
Oh.
While divers were still in the water.
Ooh.
Ka-thunk, ka-thunk.
I hope they had life insurance.
The victim and her partner were pulled under, and she became entangled in the propeller, suffering fatal injuries before drowning.
Oh.
Wow.
So did she drown or did she die from fatal injuries? Alarmingly,
Either way, she's
Lord, this horrible story continues. The propeller had nearly killed another diver the previous day.
Oh.
Huh.
He failed to report it.
There's some liability issues going on there.
No
just saying.
joke.
A jury in Fort Pierce, Florida, found him guilty of multiple offenses, and he now faces up to 35 years in prison.
Yee.
So, nasty stuff.
So it happens one day and nobody knows about it, so they just go out the next day. And I mean, what's that guy thinking?
Couple lawsuits there, I'd say.
You know?
Let's go to the duh.
Duh.
If that wasn't duh enough, we're still in Florida though. And another horrifying case
Yes.
in Florida unfolded when a 35-year-old man lured a 16-year-old girl through a dating app, leading to a tragedy authorities struggled to put into words. They met on Valentine's Day. The girl initially returned home, but later found herself held captive in his house for 5 days, enduring abuse. She was actually at one point, and she was murdered. Perpetrator and accomplice transported her remains across county lines, put her in a landfill. Good Lord.
This is a...
I'm not feeling very
Oh, my
happy
goodness.
this morning.
The suspect allegedly pointed a harpoon at his girlfriend. So this guy's a deal. He now faces charges of first-degree murder and kidnapping. Authorities urging his accomplice to surrender.
That was a lot to take in.
Can we have something happy now?
Yeah, right?
Duh.
Go to, all right, there's the top. Let's go to box office results, and then we're going to kind of wrap things up. Box office results. If anybody went to the movies this weekend, The majority of you went to see a movie called Mickey 17. This is who was the guy from that vampire movie?
Which one? There's a few vampire
you mean
movies.
Like Edward and Jacob?
Yeah.
Oh.
Which? Oh.
What's it called?
Twilight?
What's his face? Twilight.
Neil knew that. Wow.
Shut up. I did not know that.
I hate.
Shut up.
I
don't
tried
know what
to
you're
watch
talking-
the first one. It was just like unbearable.
That was Team
It's that guy, Edward. Is he the
very pale vampire looking?
Yes.
No, Team Jacob.
So that guy stars in this movie, Mickey
Oh.
17. It's kind of it looks interesting. I wouldn't mind watching it when it comes out on for free streaming.
For free.
Mickey 17. It brought in 19.1 million. So that kind of shows you it was a slow weekend at the box office. Your number one movie, 19.1 million. Usually you think of a number one movie with at least 50 million. But Captain America was your number two movie, 8.5. It has brought in over $176 million, Captain America overall.
I'm not a Captain America fan.
Number three movie this weekend, Last Breath with 4.2. The Monkey at number 4 with under 4 million. Paddington in Peru. Horrible.
No, I liked it.
If I had a voice right now, I could do it.
I know. You could do the...
Paddington in Peru. It just sounds creepy.
It does, but I think that's the enticement of it.
Movies aren't good anymore. I miss good movies.
Right?
3.8 million for Paddington. Everything else was 3.5 or less.
Wow.
3.5 million or less. Dogman, something called Anora, Mufasa, Rule Breakers, and Night of the Zoopocalypse.
See, Mufasa...
That brought in a whole $1 million.
Wow, I want to see Mufasa. I think that one looks like it could be interesting.
Could be.
What do you mean,
There's just not good movies
I
anymore.
know,
Like,
but-
there hasn't been anything I've really wanted to go to in a while. What's the last movie we went to? I don't even know.
I saw Moana 2.
That sounds exciting.
It was pretty good.
We got one more commercial break.
Let's do it.
Take before we get out of here today. So, Stacy, if you want, are you signing off?
No, I'm just hanging out, just waving. Hey, everybody!
All right, so Stacy's going to hang out with us till 9, I guess. So stay tuned for more of Stacy Shetler. Let's hear from some of our sponsors. Be back to wrap things up after this.
Schedule your next dental appointment with Dr. Dan Schuster at Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. They're accepting new patients. Oski Dental will file all of your insurance forms for you. They're a Delta dental provider. And Oski Dental is located at 902 South 17th Street in Oskaloosa. That's Oski Dental, 641-673-4845. We make smiles happen at Oski Dental. Winter in the Midwest can definitely be unpredictable. Whether it's a frozen or broken water pipe, fire emergency, or a surprise mold, ServPro of Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, and Grinnell Pella has you covered with trained professionals ready 24/7, 365 days a year to make your emergency like it never even happened. Visit servpro.com, Ottumwa, Oskaloosa, or call us at 641-682-0782. Mahaska Drug in Oskaloosa. It's more than a drugstore. They offer framing, merchandise like collectibles, a gift shop, crafts, college gear, and more. Plus cards, candles, and a whole lot more. Mahaska Drug is open late and on the weekends to fit your lifestyle. For more than just a drugstore, call 641-673-3439 or stop by Mahaska Drug at 205 North E Street in Oskaloosa. Mahaska Drug. It's more than a drugstore.
Hey, we do thank all of our sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media. And we do thank Garden Gate in Sigourney for sponsoring our weather. And one last time today, red flag warning.
Start your fires.
Don't start your fires. It'll get out of control. It's going to be very windy today, very warm. Turn the heat off in your house. It's a high of 74 today. Just looking outside of our view here on top of the square in Sigourney, we're above.
It's really pretty out there
in the Oski Dental studio. Yeah, you can't. I've got this gigantic TV here in the studio. That you can. It blocks out the sun, basically.
Well, I've pretty much thought it looked the same all morning, but it actually is really nice out.
It's nice out, 74 today. We thank the Garden Gate in Sigourney for sponsoring our just another weather. We thank Brothers Market. Let's see if I can get their thingamajigger up there. Ooh, there we go. Thank Brothers Market in Sigourney, 118 South Main, Sigourney, for being our headline sponsor. Rick, I know Rick was watching earlier. We need to get Rick in to talk about weekly specials and all sorts of good stuff like that. So we thank Brothers Market. We thank Oski Dental for sponsoring our studios. You can schedule your appointment with Dr. Dan at 641-673-4845. All right, so we're here for just a few more minutes to wrap things up. Coming up video-wise here today.
Oh, it's
a Monday. Yeah.
Where do we look?
We can just look up.
Okay. I mean, I'm used to doing that.
Looking at the video schedule on the wall. I'm just doing.
I was going to say, you really do need to get a schedule put up somewhere.
So we are, as I put a post out yesterday, we're going to push back In Remembrance Of every weekday. Since we're live doing this show, we can't do everything at once. So In Remembrance Of will go out each weekday now at 10 a.m. So we'll have that coming up here later on. It's a Monday. We have Successful Farming at 5:30. We've got Real Talk with Pastor Aaron Fleming and myself. That comes up at 6:30. I think we got some wrestling content coming up tonight. We didn't get Shotgun Wrestling Radio on last night, so I think we're going to get that on this evening. And maybe Cards Subject to Change. So it might be a full Monday night of some pro wrestling on Steve Shetler Media. So that's about it. You guys have any final thoughts before we call it a day?
Just put us on the spot now.
Deep thoughts.
Right.
We do thank Clint Weber.
Yeah, definitely.
Clint was our first guest of the day and of the show ever for being in earlier. And he talked about Pekin Athletics. And we announced that we'll be covering Pekin football once again here on Steve Shetler Media this fall. So tune in for Pekin football coming up in end of August, early September, whenever the season
It'll be here
kicks
before
off.
you know it.
And as always, keep that phone line on your phones for future stuff. Thanks to $Dave $, for calling in earlier. Thanks to Julie Tremmel for giving us a buzz and winning at The Answers Are Easy. We'll have another game to play tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have a gift card from the Garden Gate in Sigourney up for grabs. So we thank Stacy Shetler for being our guest during this 8 o'clock hour.
Thank you,
and
Steve.
Here's the thing. Also, if you are watching, if there's something coming up in the community, like a community calendar type of event that you want to promote, if you're a business that sponsors here on Steve Shetler Media, you got something to promote, schedule a time. We'll get. That's what we have this third camera for. And where you see where Stacy's sitting, you too.
You could be there.
Could be sitting in that very seat, chatting it up with us here on Steve Shetler Media, just another morning show. Stacy, go to work.
Yeah, no kidding.
Get out of here.
Come see me today. If anybody wants to come say hi, come stop in or give me a call at 641-636-7744.
Hey.
Good job. Look at that, just a little slider in there.
All right.
Plug for you.
I think that does it. We didn't know if we were going to be able to fill 2 hours.
I figured we could fill it, but whether or not it would be good content or not, or just stupidity. So
we didn't have to use like any filler stuff.
Right. It'll come. Don't worry. It'll happen.
So, thanks to all of our sponsors. Thanks for sticking with us. If you watched 5 minutes of this, or if you're like my mom sitting at home watching all 2 hours. Hi, Mom.
Hi, Sharon.
Hey, Sharon.
We appreciate you watching all 2 hours. So whatever you watch today, thanks for tuning in. If you're bored and you're on your way home today, you want to listen to this in podcast form, go right ahead wherever you find podcasts. All right, Neil.
Let's get out of here, man.
We have had a successful maiden voyage here on just another morning show. So we'll be back here tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.
Wait, we got to do this again?
We're doing this for the rest of our lives.
Oh, man.
Welcome to the rest of your life here on Steve Shetler Media. We'll see you
later.